How did Dubai rise so quickly from desert sands to become one of the most futuristic cities on Earth? Its transformation is one of the most rapid and dramatic in modern history. Just a few decades ago, Dubai was a small fishing village with modest infrastructure and limited global recognition. Today, it's home to the world's tallest building, a man-made island shaped like a palm tree, and a reputation for luxury, innovation, and opportunity. But how exactly did this happen so fast? And what allowed a small emirate with no significant oil reserves to reinvent itself at such an astonishing pace? To understand Dubai's rapid rise, we have to go back in time. For centuries, Dubai was a tiny port town along the Persian Gulf. Its economy relied mainly on fishing, pearl diving, and trade. In the early 20th century, Dubai's population was just a few thousand people. But its location gave it one key advantage: geography. Dubai sat at a crossroads between Europe, Asia, and Africa, making it a natural hub for trade routes, even before planes and highways changed the world. By the mid-20th century, Dubai's ruler at the time, Sheikh Rashid bin Saeed Al Maktoum, had a vision. He knew oil would not last forever, and he wanted to diversify Dubai's economy long before oil even played a major role. When oil was eventually discovered in the 1960s, Dubai did benefit from the revenues. But unlike some other places, it didn't rely entirely on it. Sheikh Rashid used oil money not just to grow the city, but to invest in ports, airports, and infrastructure, building the foundations of what would later become a global city. One of the most important developments was Port Rashid, which opened in 1972. It became a vital shipping and logistics center. Around the same time, Dubai International Airport began expanding. These projects weren't just about transportation. They were about positioning Dubai as a place the world would pass through. In 1971, the United Arab Emirates was officially formed, with Dubai as one of its 7 emirates. This moment brought even more stability and opportunity. But the real acceleration began in the 1990s and early 2000s. Under the leadership of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Dubai shifted into overdrive. His strategy was clear: turn Dubai into a global business, tourism, and innovation hub. This meant attracting foreign companies, building free zones, relaxing ownership laws, and creating a highly favorable environment for investment. The result? A real estate and construction boom unlike anything the world had ever seen. Projects like the Burj Al Arab, which opened in 1999, redefined luxury and architecture. Its sail-shaped silhouette became a global icon overnight. But that was just the beginning. In 2001, construction began on the Palm Jumeirah, a massive man-made island shaped like a palm tree. It stretched several kilometers into the Gulf and added dozens of kilometers of coastline to Dubai. Around the same time, the city announced the construction of the Burj Khalifa, which would go on to become the tallest building in the world. Skyscrapers started popping up across the skyline at an incredible pace. In fact, by some estimates, Dubai once had a quarter of all the world's construction cranes operating at the same time. Much of this was fueled by international investment. Dubai positioned itself as a tax-free, business-friendly, and strategically located place to live and work. It attracted entrepreneurs, investors, and companies from around the globe. Entire new neighborhoods were developed in record time, with roads, towers, malls, and metro systems appearing in just a few years. But speed wasn't just about ambition. It was also about how the projects were managed. The government worked closely with private developers, often streamlining approvals, providing land, and setting clear goals. Labor was sourced from around the world, particularly from South Asia, allowing massive workforces to operate around the clock. This model, central planning, streamlined execution, and international collaboration, became Dubai's secret weapon. Projects that might take a decade elsewhere could be completed in 2 or 3 years in Dubai. One example? The Dubai Metro. It's one of the longest fully automated metro networks in the world, and it opened in just 4 years ahead of schedule. And that's rare in global infrastructure. Of course, not everything went smoothly. During the global financial crisis in 2008 to 2009, Dubai's real estate market was hit hard. Some projects stalled, others were cancelled, and debts mounted. But Dubai recovered by restructuring, attracting fresh investment, and doubling down on tourism, logistics, and innovation. By the 2010s, the city was back on track, hosting global events, welcoming millions of tourists, and launching even more record-breaking projects like the Museum of the Future and Expo 2020. So why was Dubai able to build so fast? It comes down to a few key factors. First, visionary leadership with a long-term plan. From the very beginning, Dubai's rulers planned for a post-oil economy and weren't afraid to take bold risks. Second, a location that made it a natural hub for trade, aviation, and tourism. Third, a business-friendly environment with low taxes, modern infrastructure, and few barriers to investment. Fourth, a willingness to experiment, whether that meant building islands in the sea, hosting the world's tallest building, or introducing driverless trains. And fifth, the ability to attract and mobilize labor and capital at a massive scale. Today, Dubai is still evolving. Sustainability, innovation, and digital technology are shaping its future. And while challenges remain, like climate, income inequality, and economic diversification, the pace of development has been nothing short of extraordinary. But it's important to remember, Dubai's growth wasn't magic. It was the result of decades of planning, billions in investment, and a very intentional strategy to become something more than just a desert town. And while every city is unique, Dubai shows what can happen when vision, resources, and ambition come together. Of course, like with any place, it's worth doing your own research too. Every story has more than one side, and Dubai is no exception. But no matter how you look at it, what this city has achieved in such a short amount of time is remarkable. So next time you see the Burj Khalifa, the Palm Jumeirah, or the sparkling skyline of Dubai, remember none of it was there just a few decades ago. It was built fast. Thanks for watching. Have you ever been to Dubai?